Well, welcome to our talk. This is a repeat of a talk that we gave for the Quaternary Research Association in January. And we just wanted to put it in a format that was accessible to other people within our institutions. And we're going to be talking about Google Jamboard. So my name's Becky Bryant. I'm a physical geographer and quaternary scientist based at Birkbeck in the University of London. And this term I've been teaching a master's module in climate change entirely online. And this is where I started thinking about this. Annie, introduce yourself.
Yeah, my name's Dr. Annie Ockleford from the School of Environment Technology at the University of Brighton. I'm a fluvial geomorphologist, and like Becky, I've been teaching first, second, third year and masters, so all levels online this semester, and I've been using Jamboard throughout.
Great. So we came to collaborate on this because we knew each other from a conference, and I happened to post on Twitter that I was using Jamboard. This was in order to replicate the whiteboard, which I use a lot in my teaching, and also to use, so my daughter's English teacher had used one very effectively when she was at home in the spring, and I wanted to give it a go with my own students. So there's other tools that do the same thing, like Padlet, but I found the Jamboard most intuitive of these. So I posted a photo of my first Jamboard activity, and Annie and I chatted about it on Twitter, and it kind of went from there. So we're just going to present to you some of the things we think are good and some of the things we think are limitations, and then some examples of how we've used it in our teaching this past term.
Okay, so it's not a complicated Jamboard. It isn't complicated. It's essentially a collaborative online whiteboard. So I've been teaching in Teams, for example. So Teams does have a whiteboard, but it's quite clunky and it's not particularly intuitive, and I found it quite difficult to use. So that's kind of why I was using Jamboard. We'll show you some examples as we go through of kind of what the Jamboard looks like, and at the end I'll flip to a screen and we'll kind of have a live Jamboard going so you can kind of see what we're doing. But essentially it is just this online collaborative whiteboard that kind of anybody can have access to.
Yeah, so obviously Annie's been using Teams and I've been using Collaborate within Moodle. And as Annie said, the whiteboard functions that are integrated into this software are problematic. Particularly in Collaborate, it tends to just sort of clear itself while you're working. And so in order to keep a long-term copy of it, you need to screenshot regularly. Whereas the Jamboard is more reliable than that. And in fact, it just stays online as a permanent record of the discussions that you've had. And it allows separate groups to work at the same time on the same board, because you can have different pages. And so that's quite handy. You don't have to set multiple links up. And the permanence of the Jamboard is really helpful because it means you can revisit it in later weeks. So you can set people a task and then come back to it or discuss it in class. And obviously that's very different from a whiteboard that's integral to a particular live session or indeed a live chat. One of the things I like about the Jamboard is it allows you to build links spatially rather than linearly. So discussion forums, you've just got a thread of people's thoughts coming